Hi, my name is Joyce Jason, and today I'm going to explain the 10th exercise where I'll tell you how to analyze the packets using a tool called Wireshark. So this tool helps to acknowledge any unknown activity being done in the system. So here, my first question is using Wireshark. Okay, examine the frame for the first DNS packet sent by the client. So here we see that the first DNS packet is being sent in 16. So we click that. So here it's showing. Okay, and then identify the MAC and IP address of the client. So here uh, it's showing this is the MAC address and this is the IP address of the client as shown in the screenshot here. Now the next question is, what is the content of the type field in the Ethernet frame? So when we go to the Ethernet frame, here it's showing the type is IPv4, and then it shows the destination address and the source address. Now the next one is to examine the IP header for the first DNS packet sent by the client. And in the IP header for the first DNS packet, what is the header length and what is the total packet length? So we go to the IP protocol version 4, and here we go to Ethernet 2. So here it's showing the source port, the destination port, and the length 32. So here, as shown here, it shows various things like flags, questions, answer, authority hours, additional hours, and queries. So now the next one is identify the protocol type field and what is the number and type of the protocol in the payload. So here we go to Internet Protocol version 4 again, and here the protocol is UDP. Protocol type is UDP, and then the number is 70. Now the next question is identify the client ephemeral port number and the server well-known port number. What type of application layer protocol is in this payload? So here we are using UDP, and it shows the checksum that is 0x6283 here in this internet connection, and then confirm that the length field in the UDP header is consistent with the IP header length information. So here the UDP length is equals to the total length minus the header length as shown here. So now the next question is examine the DNS query message in the DNS packet sent by the client. What field indicates whether the message is a query or response? So we go to this query, and here it shows two things, that is here type is A and the class is IN. Now the next question is identify the frame that carries the first TCP segment in the three-way handshake that sets up the connection between the HTTP client and the server. So for this we see any TCP segment here. So the first TCP segment here shows the acknowledgement and then the sequence and then again acknowledgement. So here three-way handshake occurs. So now the next one is what source, Ethernet and IP addresses do you expect from this segment? So we click on the first TCP segment, and here when we click on here, the source, the Ethernet address is here and the IP address is also given as seen in the screenshot. What is the length of the TCP segment? So when we click on TCP, it shows the length as 52. Now next one, what is the initial sequence number for the segments from the client to the server what is the initial window size and what is the maximum segment size. So here it shows us that the acknowledgement number is 0 and header length is 32 bytes, and it's showing flags, checksum and pointer also. Now the next one is to find the hex character that contains the sync flag bit. So here the flag bit shows 0 cross 010, that is the acknowledgement bit. Now next, identify the frame that carries the second segment in the three-way handshake. For this we look at the sync bit, and here the first one will always be sync, the second one will be sync acknowledged, and the third one will always be acknowledged. So here the next one is the source and destination IP addresses and port numbers in the IP packet. So here we see that the source address is 10.2.2.93 and the destination is 111.221.29.133 as shown here. And then the acknowledgement number in the TCP segment. So here for the TCP, we go to the TCP segment, and here it's showing that the sequence number is 118 and the length of the TCP segment is 170. Now, what is the initial sequence number for the connection from the server to the client? So here it's shown that the sequence number is 134. Now we go to the next one. Here it says to identify the frame that carries the HTTP GET message. For this we go to the HTTP message. So here is the HTTP message. Okay. So here it's asking us to examine the flag bits in the TCP header. So here it's showing that the flag bits are 0 cross 02. And then the payload length. So here the payload length is 273 minus 20, which is equal to 253. Now the next one is using Wireshark, capture the ping protocol and examine the series of ICMP packets. And examine the IP packet that carries the first ICMP echo request. What is the destination IP address in the IP packet, and what is the protocol type, and what is time to live. So in the ICMP message, here we can see that it is displaying the type, that is 8, and it displays the checksum, identifier and the sequence number. So here the next one is what are the source and destination addresses in the IP packet that carries the ICMP time exceeded message. So here the source and the destination, it shows that the source address is 10.71.208.34 and the destination is 192.168.43.226, and then list the sequence of the source IP addresses in the packets that carry the ICMP time exceeded messages. So as you can see here, all these time exceeded messages are highlighted. So in this way, all the packets in this system can be analyzed using the Wireshark tool. That's all for watching.